Here with my new Miele Passion washer. Just going to try the Freshen Up cycle today for this white shirt. As you can see, I can't really hold it very well with one hand, but only worn it once for a very quick video call this week, so it doesn't really warrant another wash, and also could just do with a few of these wrinkles being released a bit. So over on the washer, I'm going to turn that on. Go to programs. Now the steam cycles were right at the end, as I recall. Yeah, so steam care is for if you've washed shirts, or I guess anything that can be kind of ironed, and not necessarily added the pre-ironing option to the cycle itself. So that's for wet clothes, damp clothes, and Freshen Up is for dry clothes. So I'm going to choose Freshen Up. So just giving us some advice there. To reduce the load to 1 kg, and you can't really add anything, any extras, or obviously twin DOS, because this is purely just a steam cycle. So let's pop this in here. Still under 25% for the load there, and as you can see, water and energy consumption is projected to be pretty low on this. So let's start and see how the cycle goes. So I noticed on the shirts cycle with pre-ironing, it didn't seem to add as much steam as my last one. My last washing machine, this one's replaced, the last Miele, but certainly they came out pretty good. They weren't too wrinkled at all. So I'll be interested to see how much steam is produced in this cycle. I suspect not as much. Here we go, there's the start of the steam. That is getting pretty steamy. There's some just coming out the detergent drawer there. Actually, I'm pretty impressed. I think that's actually more steam than the last one. You can see it escaping there from the detergent drawer. So that's the Freshen Up cycle, I think complete, although it hasn't beeped to tell me it has. I wonder if it's not got a bit hot. Yeah, I think it's probably doing some sort of comfort cooling. It says the door is still locked. It has actually got really warm and quite a lot of steam generated, so I think that'll do the shirt some good. I would certainly say there was more steam than produced on the Freshen Up cycle of my last washer. So interesting to get it out and have a look at the results. But as for the minute, it seems to be just hanging on, I think probably because it's quite warm. What interests me though about this program is there's no water usage. And I'm just curious because you can't hear any intake of water. Certainly not at the beginning of the program, certainly not after. So I don't know whether it hangs onto water in some sort of reservoir, but I can't believe it would do that because, you know, it's going to go stagnant. So I'm really curious to know where on earth it gets water from. Right now it seems to be happy and well, let me check it out now. Wow, there we go. So lots of steam, lots and lots of steam. And I'm just going to get the shirt straight onto a hanger and we can have a look. So there we go, there's the shirt. It is quite damp, maybe a little damper than before. Now I think some of these creases are gonna probably work themselves out. You know, nothing's gonna substitute a good iron at the end of the day. It's not sopping, but it's certainly damp and certainly damper than before. The drum's pretty hot, very hot in fact. Now I know it's just obviously had 100-degree steam in it, but it's so hot. I think the bottom element must come on as well with this. Whereas I'm pretty sure it didn't in the last machine. It all sort of changed to this term pre-ironing, which wasn't on my last machine. So I think actually it does heat up. I mean, that is pretty warm. But no, pretty pleased with that. I think I'll be able to wear that quite easily next week once it's dried. So just want to do a video now of the dried shirt. So I've just been running some other cycles and I'm leaving the machine to dry. I find particularly if you run a steam cycle or two, it's important to let it dry as the detergent drawer does get a bit moldy. So actually I'm gonna just, yeah. So there we can see the shirt. It's had about 5 hours. It's now fully dry. It feels like it's been ironed, I have to say. 100% absolutely fine to wear. It's not too crinkled. The odor removal's pretty good. I can't smell anything. As I said, I wore the shirt briefly today, but it doesn't really warrant a wash. Would I wear it to a wedding? Probably not without giving it an iron first. But for work shirts, which is what the bulk of my laundry is for this machine, is absolutely perfect. And I'm pretty impressed, I have to say, with the refresh cycle. It seems to work a little better than the machine I had before, which was from 2017. So I feel like they've refined the cycle quite significantly from my last model. So I don't know how much longer manufacturers are going to keep putting steam generators in washing machines. I suspect a lot of people don't use it. I really like it personally, and I will continue to buy machines that do, although I'm hoping this one obviously won't need replacing too soon. But certainly, you know, for somebody who's busy and hates ironing like me, this is absolutely the way forward.